everyone, this is Susan. And Susan, I was just reading the notes from your coach. I mean, what a amazing transformation you've gone through in these last few months. Would you just mind sharing a little bit about how you found us, what led you to doing the testing, and kind of a little bit about your journey, where you started when you start off, and kind of where you are now?
Okay, well, up until menopause, I didn't have a weight problem, and I was on no medication, and I was 55, and then everything fell apart. So it was high blood pressure, thyroid, psoriatic arthritis, fatty liver, and I called my doctor when I was diagnosed with fatty liver and said, "What do I need to do? Lose weight?" As we all know, it doesn't work that way. So, so I started scrolling, going into down rabbit holes, and there was another doctor that does the same thing, but she only covered 10 states, and my state wasn't one of them. And then because I'd been scrolling, you popped up. So that's how I came to you. And I was accepted on the program. And in just by the first 4 weeks, when you eliminate the groups of food and the specific foods, I lost 3 pounds. Just that first 3 weeks of the four. Started to introduce foods and realize now which ones I can't eat. And the good thing about having a reaction to them is you never want to eat them again.
Yes.
Because it makes you feel so ill, it's not even worth it, you know.
Right.
So, as I said, I my coach was Nicole, and she was very, very helpful and helped me to see it as a normal way of life. That this isn't something that you are punishing yourself with. This is something that you are doing to be your best self. So, trial and error. I found I couldn't jump in and do everything right at the beginning. I would have to introduce some of it, work on the water, work on the vinegar before a meal. It's not always possible to just start it and think you can do all of it. So I would like people to know it's okay to do it step by step until you feel in control of it rather than it being in control of you. And that's what I found was my best way to look at it. It's overwhelming to not be able to eat the normal foods that you were eating. You know, it shocked me that I'd had scrambled eggs and bacon all my life. I can't eat either of those now. So I have a boiled egg or I have sausage. You just make different choices.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so that's how I did it gradually. And then when I was in my stride, once you the first couple of months are hard because you're looking at foods to see what's in them that you can't have. Once you know all those foods, it's easy to do grocery shopping. And if all else fails, you have a chicken breast and vegetables. I always make more at dinner, so I've got some vegetables for lunchtime the next day. And I have a shake every morning, and that works for me. A shake that, I've made that fits the program that I enjoy. You can't, I mean, I tried the beef sticks and the turkey sticks, and I did that in the beginning, and then I thought, I don't really like those. So I'm going to try something else that works because this has to be long term.
Right.
Yes. Um, One piece of advice that might be helpful, and I don't know whether you agree with this, but I bought a pair of scales called Arborleaf, Aborleaf, just about when I was starting last February. And one of the things on there is it tells you your body's age. That is very motivating. I
And did your age change? Did you age backwards as a
was
result?
I was coming up to my 70th birthday in March, and I bought this in either January, end of January, beginning of February, and it said I was 76.
Wow.
And as you change your diet and your body changes and your protein increases and your sugar drops, I got back down to my proper age. But that is a great motivator if somebody's struggling. If you see that and you're not even 70 and it's saying your body is like a 76-year-old woman, it's like, okay, let's get this thing done.
Well, that's
So,
fantastic to age backwards.
yes, yes, and you can see it. And it's a chart like anything else, but those numbers at the bottom, when it tells you whether it taking enough water in, it tells you what your muscle mass is, what your fat is for your skeleton.
Right.
It's quite interesting. And obviously you keep it on your phone so you can track it. But that was, and that like $50. I thought, yeah, this was what money well spent.
Yes, yes. And what were some of the symptoms you were dealing with when you first started, and how did those symptoms change as you progressed through the program?
The brain fog was the very first noticeable one that went away. That heavy, I want to say hangover feeling, but it's not a hangover, but that heavy brain fog where you just can't clear it out of the way. And our daughter, because she was eating different food, because, it's like you eat my meals or you cook your own sort of thing. She said within 3 months, my brain fog's gone, Mom. So
Wow.
that was the first one that went. Um, uh, Heartburn. I was on heartburn medication, and I managed to. I tried a couple of times, but kept coming back. But eventually, it's gone. It's gone. And one of my goals was to get off some of these medications I was on. I was on a lot of medications because of, psoriatic arthritis, the thyroid, the blood pressure. And it's like, I've gone from no medication to 10 a day. This can't be right. This can't be right. So yes, so those were the sort of things I noticed, apart from the losing the weight and being able to move better. I mean, I've got very young grandchildren. They were 4, 3, and 6 months when I started. I mean, you can't keep up with them. You,
Yeah.
you, it's difficult to get down on the floor and get back up again. And I'm like, for goodness sake, I was an athlete. What's happened? You
Yeah.
know? So,
And
so those are the things. And of course, now it's funny because you don't realize those things aren't happening to your body until it pops its head up again. Like when you're in pain, you're in pain, and then one day you're not in pain, and you don't notice it until you have the pain back again, and you were like, oh yeah, that was nice. At the beginning of January, I went for a checkup with my rheumatologist. She's very thorough, and I've been giving her the results of the labs that I've had done because you can't get anybody to do them. My regular doctor, when I asked her to do the 12-step for my thyroid, she said, I can't do that. She said, and you won't find an endocrinologist in town that will do those tests for you. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, but they were happy to have the results. So they didn't do lab work on me because I was giving them my lab work. So yes, I mean the change is unbelievable. Just I tell you, I was having like hot flashes, and yet I was 15 years out of it. All the year before, so 2040, 2024, and I get three-quarters of the way through last year, and all of a sudden I'm like, I haven't had any of those hot flashes. That's kind of the example I mean, where you don't notice they're gone until you think about it. Oh, I'm not having them. And it's like, you can't believe, you just can't believe that these supplements and dietary changes and habits that in the big scheme of things are minor,
Yeah.
and it makes you feel like a totally different person. I
How
mean, I
much?
feel years younger. I may not look it, but I feel it.
That's amazing. And if you were to give me a percentage of improvement, how much would you say you've improved in this time?
This month, 95%.
That's amazing.
95%. I've just got to get, I mean, I'm still working on it. I need to get some form of exercise that I like to do on a regular basis. In the summer, we've got a pool, so I swim. I swim most days, but we're in a country, in a county state where in Kentucky, you like my Kentucky accent? Well,
You're the only one with that Kentucky accent.
we've got 6 inches of snow today. I'm sure it's been all the way up the country, but we do get more months of winter than we did in the Florida Panhandle. We retired there and then came back. Florida was too busy.
And what would you say to the person who was where you were a year ago and not sure what to do, not maybe skeptical, maybe doesn't know exactly what the next steps are? What would you say to that person who may be looking like you were?
Listen to one of your master classes, and before you do anything else, just cut out the 5 food groups and the 5 foods and see how you feel after that. And when you know how much better you feel after that, those 4 weeks, you will just want to carry on. I mean, you can't see any light at the end of the tunnel
Right.
when you do all the right things, supposedly the right things, and it doesn't change. You can't lose weight. That brain fog is debilitating.
Yeah.
Debilitating.
Yeah. Has your family also noticed a change in you?
Oh yes. Yes, because my son, one of my son-in-laws said, your mom used to always be so active and everything. And since COVID, I had long COVID, so that took me down as well. He said she can't even move off the sofa. And now it's like, and then now he's like, oh, she's back. Mother-in-law's back. The fun one.
Well, I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy for your results and thank you for sharing. I know this will help someone. So thank you again for taking the time and continued good health to you.
Thank you.
And I know that you'll get that other 5%.
As I said, I think this last 5% is the exercise. I've got the rest of it down pat, and now I've got to work on consistent, whether there's snow outside or not. I need something. And really, one in a chair would be good, so I could do it wherever I am. You
Yeah,
know, we travel more now, and I want something where I can sit in a chair or stand up and do some exercises every day that are easy to do. And when I find it, that will be my 100%.
excellent. Well, thank you,
Can't,
Susan.
I can't. My rheumatologist checked every joint in my body, every joint, knuckles, wrists, elbows, shoulders. She couldn't find any inflammation.
And were they shocked at your progress as well?
And the thing was, she was interested in it. She was interested every time I go in every 4 months, so 3 times a year. And she wanted to know what are you working on now? But I graduated on December the 30th, and I went to see her early January, and she said, I cannot find any inflammation in any joint. So if that doesn't prove it for the people that are walking around in pain, because I know what it's like, that alone, that and the brain fog, so you can think clearly and not hurt in your joints.
That
That
just changes your quality of life, doesn't it?
exactly. That above everything else changes your quality of life. So if you don't mind being scared by what your body ages, I would recommend to some people that are struggling to get those, but you get them off Amazon, I believe, and that that was kind of yes, this is keeping me where I need to be. So, but I couldn't have done it without your ladies' help. You know, your
Nicole?
class that you do and the coaching every two
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah,
Um,
coaching is like the coaching is key, isn't it?
yes, yes. You can read all you want, but if you can sit and talk to somebody and say, I'm struggling with this, and they say, well, try this. Oh, you know, it's that sort of information that's helpful.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you for all your hard work and thank you again for taking the time to do this.
More than welcome.